Oh, I'm Bobby Bunny.
And I'm Ronnie Mandel. And we are going to do the NFL preview show. So we are gonna
Talk about the playoffs.
talk about the playoffs and what teams will stand up and what teams will not. So first, let's talk to you, Bobby. What do you think?
I think for who won the last year, we'll start with where the Redskins and all those teams are. I think it will be the Cowboys.
And I agree because they have Tony Romo and he is very successful and he doesn't have an injury. They have wide receivers like Des Bryant,
Jason Witten.
and Jason Witten.
And they picked Ezekiel Elliott. He will
Ezekiel
really help
Elliott, and
them.
then they have Julius Randle, who's a pretty explosive running back.
They actually cut him.
Oh.
But Ezekiel Elliott will really help them. Backups of Alfred Morris and Darren McFadden. And then they've got the rookie Lucky Whitehead.
Now, you're talking about the Cowboys. Who do you think will start the Cowboys? Do you think will be Darren McFadden or Alfred Morris? I don't think
Neither.
Zeke. I don't think Zeke.
Ezekiel Elliott, he's already announced a starter. He's
Really?
going to start.
Wow. Okay, so that's Cowboys. Okay.
Now I'll start with where the Panthers and all them are. Panthers, no doubt.
Yeah, the Panthers, no doubt, too. That division's so not competitive, I think. Plus, the Panthers have Cam Newton,
They've got Jonathan Stewart.
Jonathan Stewart.
They need to work on their wide receiving, but
Well, they have Ted Ginn Jr.
but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. And then what about the Seahawks division?
Now, that division, the NFC West, it'll be very interesting. Seahawks, you got the Cardinals, the new LA Rams, and so what do you think? The
Arizona
49ers that
Cardinals.
you have. So I think it'll be the Seahawks who win the division. They have Russell Wilson, who is now an experienced quarterback in the NFL. Plus running backs. Marshawn Lynch is retired.
Yeah,
have
but
to
they've
fi-
got Thomas Rawls.
Thomas
He
Rawls.
can run.
He can run. That's right. He can run.
They've got Tyler Lockett.
Lockett, who's
Doug Baldwin.
and he can. Tyler Lockett can end up being their running back too. I think he can.
Doug Baldwin, though, he's an amazing wide receiver. He's at least he was at the last week's.
And Luke
Last
Wilson.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
Jimmy
Now
Graham.
let's go to the Bears division.
What do you think will win that division first?
Vikings.
Okay. I mean that division. You think Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vikings.
And then I think it'll be the Packers, of course. I don't.
Both teams are very competitive.
Both teams are very competitive. But now the Packers have Jordy Nelson. Remember, he's hurt all last year. He couldn't play.
Now, I think the wild cards will be Packers and Seahawks.
And I think the NFC wildcards for me will be the Vikings and the Cardinals.
Okay, so we had a little bit of disagreement there.
And
Now
AFC.
let's go to the AFC.
So let's go to the AFC East. And that's the division with the Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, and Bills. What do
I
you
say Miami Dolphins
think? Why?
because they've got a good defense and they can run the football.
I think the Jets because they got Matt Forte as a new running back. And they have Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker as good wide receivers, okay?
What about the Texans division?
AFC South. I think the Colts will win that. Andrew Luck, I think, is be back. T.Y. Hilton, remember, he'll have a good year. That's running back Frank Gore. What do you think?
Texans.
And they don't have so now their quarterback.
Texans, Lamar Miller, running back. They've picked up a lot of good guys. No doubt about it, I say Texans.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to the AFC West. And I think it's gonna be surprising, but I think the Oakland Raiders are gonna jump in and win that division.
I would agree. The Raiders.
Okay, and now we have
The
the last.
Ravens division.
Yeah, so I think the Steelers are gonna win that division by far with Ben
Bengals.
Roethlisberger and Keith Miller and Antonio Brown.
They will
Doesn't
be
get any better.
competitive. But Bengals. I think the Steelers will no doubt about it make the wild card. And I think the Patriots will definitely make the wild card.
And so, do you think the Bengals will actually win a playoff game? I want to know that. Do you think they'll actually?
Depends who you put in them up against.
Okay, so now we're going to have a Super Bowl picks. I think it's going to be the Steelers and the Seahawks. What about you?
many people would disagree. I am a Cowboys fan, but this is not only why. I say the Cowboys and the Bengals.
Okay, I think that the Steelers are gonna win.
I think the Cowboys are gonna
And
win.
why do you think the Cowboys are gonna win?
Because they got Tony Romo, they've got Ezekiel Elliott, they've got one of the best offensive lines, they've got Des Bryant and Jason Witten. What do you think?
Just great connection. The Steelers have great connection. So this is Ronnie Mandel with
Bobby Bundy.
Peace out.